Hello everyone, welcome back to my blogs. Thank you so much for the love and support that I've been shown throughout my videos, and I'd like to announce that I'm going to be back on my regular schedule, hopefully posting one every week. I know I haven't been doing that in over a month, I believe my last video was, but I have a lot to say. So I don't know if this video will be in one part or two parts, but I'm going to try my best to kind of walk you through or maybe show you what's been going on with me. As you can see that my voice is a little deeper, mainly because I'm fighting a sinus infection that is called RSV, which is more of a rare type of sinus infection that is commonly known for children or elders getting it. But with people with a weak immune systems like me, I am prone to get it. So that's what I've been fighting since the 13th of December, which was the kickstart of my first hospitalization in December up to now. And so I go in there, and it turns out that the fungal's acting up with my sinus infection, and my Pseudomonas altogether is making it hard for me to breathe. And so they keep running tests to try to figure out what kind of antibiotics will help kill all three of them in order for me to go home. So I stayed in there for a good 2 weeks. Right before Christmas, I was able to get out. So I'm thankful for that, and I had a wonderful Christmas. A little stressful at the beginning, because here's the catch. I didn't just get to go home. I had to go home with antibiotics, which was my first time ever doing home health, which is, if people who don't know what that is basically you get sent medicine, antibiotics, through a organization, through your insurance, and a kind of like nursing home type deal comes out, and there are registered nurses that go out and take care of you, do your IVs, your medications, just basically whatever you need. They'll check up on you, they'll do your blood work, and they'll just make sure basically that you're healthy and doing what you need throughout the day. So I can put in a little video right here showing you kind of what I got for the first week that I was there. The first thing we get is the student resource guide, which gives us information about what we'll be taking, some sterile gloves to help keep everything clean, a fanny pack to keep all the equipment and machine while you're traveling, some alcohol pads to help keep everything clean and sterile, the sodium chloride pins to flush out my port, and also some batteries for the pump to continuously work. And here we have the port itself, the actual machine that pumps the IV fluids into my port. Some of the sterile sodium chlorides for whenever I do port changes every week. And inside this bag is basically the materials to change it, the effluent flushes, and also the medicine I take. So moving along, I go home. I'm doing the medications every day, and the medicine they put me on is cefepime, which is due to treat Pseudomonas. I have my Noxafil, which is an oral pill that should take care of my fungal. And just for the sinus infection, nothing really can be done with that. It's more of like a common illness that can go away on its own. And the cefepime can help treat it. So I have a few days go by, feeling a little better, then all of a sudden I started coughing up blood. So I'm back in the hospital, trying to do more tests, putting me on different types of medicine. I switched from cefepime to Zosyn, which in the CF community, a lot of patients who do Zosyn or cefepime often switch because those are the same type of medications that conquer the Pseudomonas bacteria that grows. So with each hospitalization, they would switch medicines. So after being a couple days of monitoring, my coughing up blood incidents are in the past. It's been about almost a week, and I get to go home. I'm feeling a lot better, more energized, I can breathe, and so I don't need home health anymore. I'm done with the antibiotics. So I get a good week and a half before my next clinical, which is just the daily checkup after the hospital to kind of see your progress of what's going on. And the results came in with all the testing that I did back at the 13th. And the fungal has spread even more due to not having the right levels of the dosing of my medication. So they had to up that, and to the point where I'm starting to feel a little bloated. Now, with a lot of types of antibiotics, the most common side effect is either constipation or diarrhea or nausea. And so I had that whole journey of trying to manage my constipation through what they call a colonoscopy to see what's actually going on. Because the Miralax that I was taking to kind of help go that through isn't working. But that's a whole nother story. I don't even want to talk about that anymore. But I'll show you a picture of the little video I did with that right there. They kind of show you that I do have the video, and if y'all really want to, I can go ahead and upload that, even though it's been, a few weeks. If y'all really want to see it, then I'll be more than happy to upload it. Just let me know. So the results of my cultures show that because I've coughing up blood, that they got a good specimen of what they call a MAC bacteria, which commonly known as the mycobacterial, which in longer terms is called a microbacterial infection, which is a bacteria that is commonly in everybody living on Earth. You can get it from dust, air, water, mainly anything, anywhere. And everyone usually gets it, but with regular lungs, whoever gets it goes away within a couple of days. Your lungs can handle it and able to fight it off. But people with weak immune systems, like people with cystic fibrosis, it's a life-threatening bacteria, and which doesn't go away on its own because my lungs, we have to go through these harsh antibiotics, which some of the side effects are hearing loss, color blindness, hallucinations, tightness of lungs, dizziness, vomiting, and the list just goes on as forever. And so usually with people with these antibiotics, which I will say here in a minute, a lot of the CF patients get these, which that's why we have to go and see a specialist for hearing and eye vision while taking these antibiotics. Now, the antibiotic that I'm taking is amikacin, which is an IV antibiotic that's run through my port maybe like an hour a day. And I can tell by experience that, yes, it does make you nauseous, your lungs tighten up, you just don't feel good. Like, all you want to do is sleep. And that's mainly the reason why I haven't been uploading, because all these bacterial infections and everything that's going on in my body right now, that is just hard for me to function most of the time. So the 4 I'm battling right now in the hospital is the RSV, which is a sinus infection, the MAC bacteria, the Pseudomonas and the fungal, which is really taking a toll on my lungs. It hurts so much, I'm not gonna lie. But I've been getting through day by day and hoping that I get better and that this is all be temporary. Because statistics show that you only get MAC once, which I'm hoping this is true, because the course with the medicines take up to 6 to 18 months, and that's a long time not feeling good. Overall, coughing up blood and sickness and fevers and all kinds of stuff. Also, it makes your voice a little hoarse, and that's why you hear that raspy sound. So once I get out and be cleared from the hospital, once the medicine all goes through, then I'll be able to go home on home health throughout the course. But ideally, if my body was able to take the amikacin, which obviously it didn't, because I wouldn't be making this video if I was still on it, because it made me feel so bad, that in a perfect world, the amikacin would be going through my system through an IV 3 times out of the week, running on an hour, through 3 months. And then from the 3 months, I would be tested for the MAC bacterial to see if it was improving, and within that time period, it's supposed to be dead. So the next step would be the amikacin through nebulizer, and just throughout the course, through that getting rid of the remainings. But like I said before, my body didn't handle the amikacin IV very well because my kidneys ended up being shot, and without further damaging them, we have to go a different route. Which brings me to this new antibiotic called Lipizoid, and it's basically like the same thing, except a cousin of it. It's basically like the same thing, except it's tolerated better and it works not as well. So I'd probably be on this for a little bit longer than I'd like. But as long as it kills it, it could just be a temporary thing. But since I'm here, I'm going to go ahead and show y'all a little tour of the room. Hey everyone, as you can see, this is the standard hospital room. There's Eli. And over here is my vest that I talked about in a previous vlog. This is what it looks like. And over here, we got Eli. He gets to stay with me. Say hi, Eli. Then over here, we have our couch. It folds out to a little sofa so guests can stay the night. Because with us with cystic fibrosis, we tend to stay here for a minimum of 2 weeks. So, there's our view. And I'm also going to show you the restroom. It's pretty nice sized. There's a basic shower. There's all my stuff. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So it's not anything, exciting. And for people who've usually stayed at the hospital, you kind of already understand how the setup is and how it works. But the nurses here are great. I get hooked up to an IV every so often during the day. I do my treatments 4 times a day. And it's like a routine. But I'm hoping that throughout this course I do get better and I'll be able to make more videos. I will, however, be making as much videos, like a little updates for y'all, as much as possible. Now they won't be, the usual 10-minute long videos because I can't predict how I feel and throughout the week like I normally would be. But at least I'll give y'all some content and some updates to kind of keep you in the loop until I can get back to my regular routine. please like and subscribe. It really helps spread the awareness, and I'll see you next time. Bye.